Hyundai Motor Group is the third largest automaker in the world by volume. As of January 2024, Hyundai is now the fourth most popular brand in the U.S., behind Ford, GM, and Toyota. When the whole world was talking about Tesla's battery and BYD's platform, Hyundai quietly revealed a car that changed the direction of the EV game. Hyundai has launched a hybrid engine that will emerge as a real threat, not just for electric cars, but for the entire auto industry in the coming times. This is not an ordinary engine. Its specialty is its dual nature. On one hand, the quiet and smart performance of the electric motor, and on the other hand, the powerful speed of the petrol engine. But the balance between these two is such that hardly anyone has achieved it till date. The most surprising thing about this engine is that it gives the experience of both EV-like mileage and petrol-like accessibility in real-world driving. No hassle of charging again and again. No tension about range. And to top it all, its technology is so advanced that it decides on its own when to run on battery and when on petrol. Hyundai has made it clear with this move that the EV race is not just about full electric, but about the technology that can strike a balance between the budget needs and trust of the common man. This move of Hyundai has shaken the entire EV market. After all, how will it leave other companies in the dust? But before that, subscribe to the channel so that every big tech news reaches you first. From Hyundai's beginning to today's revolution, before knowing about the game-changer engine that has shaken the entire EV market, let's go back a little from where the real story of Hyundai begins. Because to understand any revolution, it is important to know its roots. The company that is challenging giants like Tesla and BYD today started with a very simple thought and difficult circumstances. First of all, we have to understand when and how the foundation of Hyundai was laid. Hyundai Motor Company was established in 1967 in Seoul, South Korea. At that time, South Korea was an emerging country where the automobile industry had no special identity. Hyundai's founder, Chu Jong-gu, dreamed that a Korean company would make its name not only in its country, but all over the world. Initially, the company did minor engineering and assembly work. But in 1968, in collaboration with Ford Motor Company, it launched the Cortina model. This is where Hyundai's real automobile journey started. But no company progresses just by partnering with other brands. Chu Jong-gu had a dream that Korea should make its own car. And with this thought, Korea's first indigenous car, Hyundai Pony, was launched in 1975. This was a very important turning point. Pony gave Hyundai an identity in the hearts of the Korean people. This car was not just a car, but a symbol of the self-reliance of a country. Gradually, the company started expanding its reach around the world. In the 1980s and 90s, Hyundai entered not only the domestic but also the international markets, especially in countries like America, Europe, and India. The company made its hold on the basis of affordable prices, reliable performance, and attractive design. In 1998, the company also acquired Kia Motors, which strengthened its hold even more. By the 2000s, Hyundai was no longer just a car manufacturer. It had become a global brand. They started paying special attention to their research and development. Research centers were opened in Germany, America, Japan, and Korea. Now, it was not just about selling cars. It was about leading innovation. Now, let's come to the point that drew the world's attention towards Hyundai. When the whole world was looking at Tesla and BYD was accelerating its electric battery game, Hyundai decided to think in a completely different direction, focused not just on EV, but on a hybrid revolution. And this is where the engine was born that shook the foundation of the existing EV market. Hybrid technology is the real game changer. Before knowing about Hyundai's engine, it is important to understand why hybrid technology has become the real game changer today. When the whole world was running towards electric vehicles, it seemed that the future now belonged only to EVs. Governments were giving subsidies, a network of charging stations was being set up, and people were also getting attracted towards EVs due to being fed up with petrol and diesel. But as the magic of EV increased, some of its truths started coming out, which are forcing common users to think. The biggest challenge of EV is lack of charging infrastructure, charging time, and battery cost. There is a great shortage of charging stations in small cities, and even where there are, problems like long queues or slow charging are often seen. On top of this, if someone has to travel a long distance, then EV becomes a tension because it is not certain whether charging points will be available on the way or not. This is why hybrid technology has started emerging as a smart solution. This technology is a combination of both electric motor and conventional engine, in which there is neither the tension of charging nor the complete dependence on petrol or diesel. This is the reason why today companies like Toyota, Honda, and Hyundai are emerging stronger again in front of companies like Tesla, because they worked on hybrid in time. Now the question arises, what is so special about Hyundai? Hyundai understood the pulse of the times at the right time. When other companies had either completely jumped into EV or stuck to petrol engines, Hyundai chose the middle path, hybrid technology. They designed their vehicles in such a way that the customer neither has to worry about charging nor mileage. And this is what sets it apart from other companies. Toyota and Honda were already in the hybrid game, but the way Hyundai has balanced technology and design is commendable. Their vehicles not only look smart, but are also strong in performance and fuel saving. Vehicles like Hyundai Tucson Hybrid and Santa Fe Hybrid are becoming increasingly popular in developed markets like the US and Europe. They have low maintenance, are smooth to drive, and, most importantly, they're the perfect solution for transition. When it comes to why EVs alone are not enough, the simple answer is today's ground reality. Not everyone can build a charging network like Tesla, and not every user can make the time and arrangements required for an EV. In cities where there are no charging points every 2 kilometers, driving an EV becomes more of a risk than an adventure. This is why hybrid cars are becoming a reliable option, especially for customers who drive long distances or whose work is limited in places where charging facilities are limited. Hyundai also understood that the average customer does not buy a car only for environmental concerns. He also looks at his pocket and convenience. So they made hybrid cars affordable, kept the technology simple, and did not cut down on features. Today's customer wants the best of both worlds, and Hyundai is delivering just that. While EV companies are still setting up the infrastructure, Hyundai has already established a stronghold in the market by launching its hybrid cars on a large scale. In the coming years, as the EV infrastructure and battery technology develops, Hyundai will also move towards full EV. But for now, they have played hybrid as the right move at the right juncture. Learn about the Hyundai engine that has created waves in the global market and put other companies in a fix.